Been together?
My name is Richard Pfeiffer.
Tim Frye.
We've been there 43 years this coming November.
So who asked who?
We both asked each
both
other.
at the same time. 50-50.
How long ago did you really seriously think that we might get marriage equality?
Oh gosh, maybe just within the last year or two. I mean, it just kind of came around in the community just a couple of years ago. It was like a dream years ago, but it's only been probably 2 years, 3 years, if that.
At the most.
At the most.
I think you have a pretty unique perspective, having run the Chicago Pride Parades for pretty much all those 43 years, right?
Many of those years.
So tell me, in terms of the Pride Parades and what you've seen progress-wise in the community from the early 70s to now.
Gosh, just so many changes in the last 43 years. I mean, just in every area, medical, physical. God, I'm speechless all of a sudden. Usually I'm not on parade day. Just so many changes on every level of society. I remember back in the early 70s, there were two local activists who wanted marriage, and they were laughed at. They practically had tomatoes thrown at them, Jeff Grobart and Nancy Davis, and they were kind of like outcast in the community. I think there was a time when marriage was considered a heterosexual issue, and it wasn't for gay people. And I think even up until a few years ago, a lot of gay people felt it was a oppressive institution and put down women and, et cetera, et cetera. But I think a lot of folks who want civil unions, not only for the concept of love, but the legal that comes with it, over 1,100 different,
I think I was more surprised at when the federal benefits moved as fast as they did.
Yeah.
Things like Social Security, which frankly we never thought about, because it didn't make sense.
Yeah, I think when you're in your 20s, I think sometimes when you're younger in your 20s, but then when you hit like us, I'm 64, Tim's just 71, it's a real important issue. And so maybe it is an age issue, maybe not, I don't know.
But you go through all the federal benefits and you go, oh, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, all the things you
blah,
get.
blah, 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 blah. And it's kind of surprising.
Yeah. Now talk about a little bit about your family and friends, and do you plan to do a ceremony or anything like that?
We're not going to do a ceremony, but we're going to send out a wedding announcement next week.
Our family is scattered everywhere.
Yeah, all over. And we're going to do the email. Years ago you'd send out a wedding announcement, you'd do it via snail mail. Now we're going to do it via email. Friends and family. And
so Pride this year, what do you expect to happen?
Well, there was some rumors that it was 1 million last year. I don't know if it was that many. We always argue about the amounts, and hopefully as many. And I think I thought this would be a really big issue at the beginning of June, but now it probably won't be as big of an issue because a lot of people will be getting married before June 1st. But we're looking forward to a good year again, and I'm kind of speechless today. This is kind of taking me back. So.
This is spooky. I don't know how else to put it. You react not the way you expect to. I remember I watched it on the news, and the guy said, I didn't think this was going to be what it was. The civil union was the same way.
Yeah.
It was like, this is really...
Yeah, it just was something you didn't expect.
Yeah.
And it's real positive.
I said spooky. I didn't mean spooky, really.
In a good way.
In a good way.
Yes.
Good way.
Good.